Hi, you guys. I am back. Lots been happening. So tonight or today, I'm gonna do some poetry reading, and well, it's like prayer poetry that I actually created myself with the help of AI spelling and punctuations and stuff. But it hasn't been easy. It's one of the hardest challenges that I've encountered on my journey this past, what, 48 hours. And it's getting tougher and tougher. To you guys out there that's going through your journey, I'm just keep on going. Just keep on going. Don't give up. You, including myself, have put so much time, investment of our for ourselves, for our own being. What is it called? Self-development, knowledge of from at the beginning, like what questions, why, who are we, who am I, what am I connected to, and it's very emotional. I actually was in tears, just sensitive towards human emotions, and we're all on this different timeline. Okay, so just I'm gonna share with you with my where I'm at, and then I'll go back and forth, just so that way you'll have more of a fuller picture of my my events. And we're going to talk about growth, challenges, support, what's real and what's not, what to gain and what I have released. Really, the growth of myself and the environment that's around me, and being one with my spirit. That was a big one for me, and I don't know if, and I still don't know, I haven't tapped into that field yet, but I will. Love, affection, emotions, the different levels, shadows, and your belief, your what you're connected to. Do you have any special gifts? Do you have skills? Do you have abilities that was gifted to you? And just a little bit about all that stuff. Nothing major this time. So, all right. I am gonna read off my laptop here, so if it doesn't look like I'm paying attention and watching the camera, I am gonna read off my laptop, and that's why I'm not looking at the camera. So what I did was I text this phrase or this lecture, or not lecture, but like a quote or a paragraph, and all I asked was for AI to help me with spellings and punctuations, and everything else stayed the same. We will start with, let's see, what's it called? I don't even have a name for it. But it goes like this. How many shadows does a person cast? And how many reflections and facets can brightness take in place and shape. When you exist with God in your heart, the Lord will never leave your side. Your shadows, the Lord will not only protect your existence, but He will also protect your shadows and your light. Your dark side is what He will have His most powerful archangels to protect, for they see the unknown and understands that your shadows need more protection. As a vessel, we cannot see or understand that just because something is a shadow, it does not mean it will not be attacked. And that is what humans think. But for someone like myself, I see it and I just know it. I am guided by my spirit. However, therefore, we are one. I'm one with my spirit, I'm one with my soul, and I'm one with my shadows. And then it goes, Lord Father, the Most High, I pray and ask that every flesh on earth that crosses my path will have their souls and spirit awakened to their journey as you see fit. May your light shield them from darkness, and may your light protect their bodies, and your unconditional love heals their hearts. Father, bless them as they seek your presence. Bless them as you have blessed me with no conditions. Let your light shape their path and your grace. Shape their path to your grace. And please forgive them as you forgive me. Grant them knowledge through your simplicity and remove all that does not belong to them. Heighten their hopes and faith so they may have known that you have their back just as you have mine. Father, I want to thank you for guiding them to me, for you placed me on earth to represent your essence and your glory. This is a great event for me as a vessel holder. Thank you for placing me in my position and for the hard, tough challenges that allowed me to fight through, even when you knew how difficult they were. But you created this vessel to be stronger than what lies on the path. Thank you for not giving up on me. And I also wanted to thank my soul and my vessels for working as hard as they did, and not to give up on the journey together. I am blessed to have a strong foundation created from heavens to build an infrastructure as a vessel capable of bearing these unbearable challenges and tests. I surrender my togetherness to your feet, and I ask for your strength to strengthen all of my existence for the next challenge when it arises. Father, I see your power and your blessings upon me. Father, I love you, for my heart to your feet, all the way up to your crown and beyond. For you are the best teacher a son or a daughter can ever ask for. Amen. That prayer, I was going through my emotions, and I knew there was a challenge, or that I'm in the middle of a challenge. I was feeling, I don't want to say stuck, but loose thoughts. Not insecure or not confident, but just random low energy thought process of wanting to pull me back. The tension, the fighting with spirit, and the spiritual warfare, and the coming together, and the attacks, the wanting to give up because it was so difficult. My mind was playing tricks, but my heart was telling me you got this. Because if I don't get, if I got this because God's got my back. And I've been contemplating on how I'm gonna say this. If well, I don't know. Let me just think about that real quick here. But in the meantime, I got a bump. We'll just move forward. A friend of mine showed up, and I've been crying, and I was like, he knows that I'm on my journey and how intensifying it could be. And I was like, this is one of the most difficult challenge I've been through in my journey in my life. That it weighed out my strength and my weakness, and putting it back to balance was a challenge. I think that was the part. And as we sat there, we were just talking, and then he came out and said, you know, something big is going to happen. Something big is going to happen. And I didn't tell him, you know, my friends, they're very supportive and they're very in tune with my journey. It's kind of like a guide. When I'm about to transform or when I'm about to pass a cycle, I see a certain pattern that Spirit put out for me, and I picked up on those patterns, so that way I'm okay, it's happening again. Be prepared. And then towards the end of the challenges, it's the same people but different patterns, and it's been shifting back and forth. I'm sure it's going to be different here for the next challenge that's coming up. But he said to me that something big is about to happen, that he felt like he needed to be somewhere. And it was not here. It was not at his house either. So I said to him, you're going through a challenge, but your challenge is not the same timeline as mine. However, it is very intense because I carry this intensified frequency, energy that cycles throughout the whole collective unit, being here on earth. And because you're close to me, you feel like it's so intense. Those whispers of words of callings, and I said this, be careful, because those are the callings that the demonic, dark evil, the devil is trying to pull you out of your alignment. That's why it makes you feel like you're wanting to go somewhere else besides home. But my energy was so much more powerful that I was able to pull you into my alignment of my energy, of my timeline, just so I can tell you that when you leave here, don't go anywhere else, because that somewhere else might lead you to do something that is going to dismiss your whole journey. And these are the things that if you're not in tune with your spirit, with your journey, with your environment, that's how the cycle gets repeat. And that's how people vessels and spirit loses their wings because they don't have the capacity to understand that that's what it is. And I was just I'm very, very glad that he came, that I was able to pull him into my energy field, to where he now sees and understands that it's a good thing that you didn't go anywhere else but here. And he was crying, you know, and that's how I know that there's people out there that's going through their journey as well, but they don't know it. And when they don't know it, there's no guides. They tend to think that they're going under a lot of stress, and then they go off and do something addictive or dismiss their ways of identifying like what's really going on. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very fortunate to be so much in tune with my presence, with my being at a very young age, even before birth, before the humans conceived me. But this is a big part that angels loses their wings because there's no guidance. And as I'm speaking this to you guys, part of my calling is to teach and other stuff too. But be the right influence at the right time, whether they ask for it or not. Just to be there, to listen to the silence of their heart, of their words, the silence, shadows. Okay, that's another subject, but just to listen to what the shadows are saying, not the spirit, shadows. They hold so much information, and because they're shadows, they don't release it. They can't talk, they can't express, they can't make movements, and we dismiss our shadows like it's shades. No, it's not shades. It's a part of you. It's a part of your development. It's a part of your growth. It's a part of your reflection. It's a part of your place where you can put secrets, where you can say anything and it will not go anywhere. That's how much that's how much you need your shadows. So I'm here, and I'm glad that I was able to get my friend to come here and to explain to him what was going on. Okay, so here's the second one. This one, I don't have a name for this one either, but it starts as, "Tears I cry, nothing can compare to what your only son did for the people. The pain, the blood, no human can cross that ocean. The unconditional care. Giving and receiving, there's no human mind that can fully understand or sacrifice for it. Love him, hate him, dismiss him. Don't see him or doubt him. Nothing to any extent will sway his ways or change who he is for the people on earth, for the animals on land and in the air, for those beneath the water, for the scales of heavens across the sky. One man stands for the whole existence. One soul represents life. One spirit protects the unseen land. All elements plays in tune, the same stroke and beat, the same strings and keys, a melody of glory, a harmony so divine that only a man who represents heaven could hold such grace. A symphony on earth that, like music notes placed perfectly on sheets, gliding within the blankness of the air. A lullaby so profound that when listened to and followed slowly, it will heal. Love the bad, protect the weak, heal the strong. Let not the dead weep. Hold the broken. Make the mind wise. Bestowed knowledge upon the unborn. Tears from Tears fall from my eyes, or from the eyes, but they do not reach the ground. Tears are collected by the grace of God. Pain may hurt the body, but it will never touch the heart. Only truth can bring changes, and only by fixing yourself can you fix and fight to protect the innocent. Let no harm be done to one another. Let no one call upon or act in the name of the devil, for it never exists. Love with harmony, forgiveness, or forgive with ease. Release and let go, for when it's our time to exit, we take nothing with us. Learn to create memories, for memories cannot create themselves. Nothing is important enough to hold on to. Hate for too long, for even a moment of emptiness without God can last a lifetime. If you cannot remember, at least try to remember not to forget whatever it's worth remembering. Apologize to yourself once in a while. Acknowledge yourself. Give yourself a high five here and there. Share a moment with yourself, because without yourself, who else do you have? Tell your thoughts to leave your love notes. Tell your thoughts to leave you love notes. Tell your thoughts they are always worthy of love. Tell your thoughts to give the mind a hug. Tell your thoughts to use words to protect the mind when it stands on enemy lines. All elements are meant to work together. Pay attention to, for your element speaks to you in different ways. Be in tune, be connected, and be protected. Be loved. Most importantly, above all else, have the Lord for you. He will always give you everything that you need. I love you, Father. Amen. I wrote this prayer that same night. You guys, before my journey, I don't even know how to pray. I cannot come up with my own words to pray or how it goes. I read, but as time goes by with my journey, a lot of development, changes, progress, positive, negative. Every challenge is another way of looking at your old self, saying goodbye to your old self. Every time when you feel that you can't get out, don't tell yourself that. When my higher self created this world, he created this world with solutions and problems and also free will. Just take a pause, step away. Is it worth it? Call upon him. Call upon your higher self. Talk to your spirit. To lose yourself over yourself, just because yourself is upgrading, that's not a lot. That's a bad loss. Ain't nobody here but you. So fight for yourself. Fight for your breath. Fight for your eyesight. Fight for your ears. Fight for your sense, your elements. Because every day they fight. They fight for you. They fight from making sure they're looking at the right thing, seeing the right things, making sure your sound is speaking and pronouncing the words correctly. The taste, the smell, the feel, the touch. They're not here just to be existing. No, they have their purpose. They have their job. And they work their essence off every single day. Even when we're sleeping, they're still working. So fight for that. If you have nothing else to fight, fight for your elements. The elements that's been gifted to you. Fight for your hair. Okay? If you can't figure out what to fight for a grain of sand. With that grain of sand, that's all it takes to create Earth. To see the world, to see it by a grain of sand. There's a poetry about that too. I just don't remember who wrote it, but you know, life on Earth is not easy, and especially when people loses themselves to nothing, to a heartache, to a broken heart, to mental health, to what the society created an illusions for the mind to be stuck in. No, we're more powerful than that. It's not over. It's not over because you have yourself. It's not over because the Creator did not create this world to end the way that everybody thinks it's going to end. There's placement. There's positions. There's magic. Not magic you see at Las Vegas or these magicians. No, real magic. Magic that that you'll see. Just pay attention. And when you believe in yourself first, believe in Him. Believe in the people that guides you, that gives you, that protects, that loves. If you don't believe in the people, believe in just the words. Words are pretty powerful. I always look at it like challenging myself. How hard can this be? If I cannot do this, who else is going to do it? Nobody. Because nobody's walking my path but me. I can't say, oh, I'm going to call in sick today. Can you come and cover me? No. No, can't do that. If you come to a point in your life path, journey, wherever you're at, if you come to a point where you feel like that there's nothing else, don't start comparing. Do not start comparing yourself to others, because you don't know their background and you don't know what they've got going on in their life. You don't know anything about anything. You don't even know anything about yourself, so why would you compare it to somebody else? That's the first thing, and I've seen this done. I'm guilty of it too. Then you start comparing yourself to other situations. No. Use that energy instead of sitting there comparing. Use that energy to do step away from the problem, step away from the issue, and approach it with something that you like to do for yourself, that you like to do for fun. That's your transmuting the heavy negative, can't get out of type energy to, hey, I'm going to replace it with something that I like to do for myself because I have self-care and I love myself. And nobody's not going to do it for me. And if I don't do it, who's, I'm not going to not fight. I'm going to fight back. And then as you're doing something that you like for yourself, either reading, writing, however, whatever it is that you get yourself into, be mindful in that moment. Don't be scatterbrained. Don't think about this and think about that and think about resolving problems. No, just be one with yourself. Be one with your sound of your voice that's in your mind. And sit in silence if you need to. And that's the tune, the heartbeat that's going to connect you to source, whether you realize it or not. We don't come up with abilities and gifts for no reason. We didn't make that up. No, it was gifted to us. And that's how you can be in tune with source. And when you're in tune with source, you feel like this lightweight feather floating, you can do anything you want. And sit with that energy for a while and then come back. And I guarantee you, the next step you're going to take is going to be smooth. It's going to go easy. It's going to go just as the way it should. Or you can say, hey, I'm not going to give up, but I'm going to take a break. I don't know what I'm going to do. And then come back to it, however you deal with it. I have multiple ways of dealing with it. Sometimes I create an adventure for myself in my head. Try to manipulate my own thoughts of like, well, this reality is pretty challenging. Let me see if I can make my own world to be unchallengeable, but with the same concept of events. Creative. When so on my journey here, I had gone like full force. That's 2024, about around the same time, and now it's 2025. You guys, in 1 year, being so wide awake, I've obtained and gained so much growth.